Hey all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. We're gonna see how this goes. I just finished the Decolonizing workbook. So I thought we could start our little course over here. It is a portal day. It's 11/11, one of my favorite portals. If you would like a copy of the workbook, it is, how many pages are you? And where's the fucking... Everyone is driving me crazy. It's like every time I speak, everyone goes insane. How do I get to the grid view? I just finished it. I don't know, it's 20 something pages. If you want a copy of the workbook, then you can email me at ascendingwithashleigh@gmail.com, and I will get you a PDF. I can't put a PDF link in the comments. I might change the font on the slides. So anyway, this is Decolonizing 101, Thinking and Living Outside the Box. This is a course that I am offering at my local community college, and I'm really excited to finally have this done-ish, like the workbook. I know we should go ahead and dive in, but there are 5 pages of definitions we're going to need. So we're going to start. I'm going to read you all 5 of these pages, and then we'll dive into the actual course next week when I upload another one. These are in alphabetical order to the best of my ability. There may be some, I don't know, I'm not very good at alphabetical order. Anyway, agency. Ensuring individual beings are capable and able of acting and providing for themselves. All right, analyzing. Examine methodology. Oh my god, I can't say this word. Methodology. Analyzing is examining methodology. Oh my god, I can't say this word. Methodologically. And in detail of constitution or structure, something, especially information, typically for purposes or explanation and information or interpretation. Anyway, moving on. Apathy, state of indifference and a lack of interest, motivation, and emotion. That's going to be important. It's the last slide, though. We'll come back to that. Capitalism, an economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit. Cognitive dissonance, the mental discomfort experienced when holding conflicting beliefs, values, attitudes, and when one's actions contradict their beliefs. Collective liberation is the idea and practice of our individual journeys, combining an individual is networking toward freedom and of self and others. I can read, I promise. Colonization, the act of violently forcing one's self and ideas on others. This includes taking land, displacing people, extracting and abusing natural resources, and indoctrinating people into one's belief systems or practices. Communication, means of sending or receiving information, such as phone lines or computers. Connectedness, understanding that all living beings are connected. Connotation is an idea or feeling that a word invokes in addition to its literal or primary meaning. I use that word a lot. Connotation and denotation. We'll get to the denotation. Consumerism is the belief that personal well-being and happiness depends on a very large extent on the level of personal consumption, particularly on the purchase of material goods. A consumerist society is one in which people devote a great deal of time, energy, resource, and thought into consuming. Look around. That's where we are. Criminalization, the process whereby previously legal or normal or societally accepted behaviors become illegal and against the law. We're in the thick of that here if you're in the United States. Critical thinking, the objective analysis and evaluation of an issue in order to form a judgment. Cultural appropriation, to understand the worth or importance of something or someone if your goal is to learn, listen. Cultural appreciation, not appropriation. Appropriation is the one under it. Sorry. Cultural appreciation. I was like, this isn't appropriate. Anyway, To understand the worth or importance of something or someone. If your goal is to learn, listen, understand, and honor a culture without benefit to yourself, you are most likely showing appreciation. It is a good idea to learn about and honor other cultures, especially in a global society. Cultural appropriation. The unacknowledged or inappropriate adoption of customs, practices, ideas of one people or society by members of another, and typically more dominant people or society. Cultural appropriation is a tool of colonialism and capitalism. Cultural practices. A cultural practice refers to social interactions that strengthen ties between groups and participants, promoting understanding and acceptance of diversity. Cycles. A series of events that are regularly repeated in the same order. Decolonization. Ooh, I found a typo. Child. Wow, you hurt yourself. Where? Show me where. Where are you hurt? Do you need a band-aid? Do you need ice? Show me where you're hurt. What happened? Where are you hurt? Your hand? What happened? You need medicine? Popsicle? You need a popsicle? What do you need? What happened? I don't see anything. Do you need a band-aid? Involved in this. Okay, I'm gonna keep recording my video. I walked away because you got hurt, but here, you can play on here. Okay? Alright, we were at decolonization. The practice of unlearning and relearning ideas of self and nature. Denotation, connotations partner. The literal or primary meaning of a word in contrast to the feelings or ideas that the word suggests. A doctrine, a belief or set of beliefs held and taught by a church, political party, or other group. Dogma, a principle or set of principles laid down by an authority as incontrovertibly true. Anyway, like the Bible. Fear, an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or threat. Unfortunately, we still have 3 more pages. Genocide, the deliberate killing of a large group of people, especially those in a particular ethnic group or nation. Globalization is a term used to describe how trade and technology have made the world into a more connected and interdependent place. Globalization also captures in its scope the economic and social changes that has come about as a result, a worldwide process by which Western capitalism has taken over other cultures and planted Western commercial ideas and practices. Ignorance is the lack of knowledge or information. Marketing is the activity set of institutions and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. Mass media is the main means of mass communication, such as broadcasting, publishing, and internet considered collectively. Messaging, the sending and processing of messages by email, text, app, or similar electronic means, and the ideas or messages conveyed either explicitly or implicitly by a politician, advertising campaign, etc., or the way in which this is done. Objective is not influenced by personal feelings or opinions in considering and representing facts. Pathologizing, to unfairly or wrongly consider something or someone as a problem, especially a medical problem. What? Oh, yeah. I was like, what am I reading? I'm just reading right now. I'm not really here. There is a tendency to pathologize the victim of suicide rather than consider what might be wrong with the system in which it took place. Patriarch, that was an example. Patriarch, the male head of a family or tribe, and or any of those biblical figures regarded as fathers of the human race, especially Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and their forefathers or sons of Jacob. Anyway, pop culture, modern popular culture transmitted via the mass media and aimed particularly at younger people. It's part of the indoctrination. Powers that be, referring to those in power over mass media, includes government, military, producers, corporations, TV networks, streaming companies, such as, right? Predictive programming. Predictive programming is the original name of a formal method for program specification and refinement. It's not a very good definition. Predictive programming is like The Simpsons, where they put ideas in your head and then years later those things happen, right? If you want more on predictive programming, we talked about that in the Hidden Messages in Media course. You can go to that playlist and check out that. I believe it was called, I think I did call it predictive programming. I'm not positive. Everything has a playlist. Just go check them out. Okay, propaganda, information, especially of biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. Right now, the propaganda is insane. Especially if you're in the United States or Israel. It's crazy. All right, I mean, speaking from experience, I don't live anywhere else, but I am seeing Israeli propaganda on YouTube and other things as those contracts are carried out, okay? Qualitative data relating to measuring or measured by the quality of something rather than its quantity. Quantitative data relating to measuring or measured by the quantity of something rather than its quality. All right, so everything that we do in this society is quantified, like medical, like your weight, like your blood pressure. All of those are numbers. Qualitative data is more of everything else besides numbers, right? This system does require, because it's based within economics and capital, everything is around numbers, okay? Religion, the belief in, oh god, another fucking typo. Okay, the belief in and worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially a god or gods. Ideas about the relationship between science and religion. I don't know why that's there. Rhetoric, the art of effective or persuasive speaking or writing, especially the use of figures of speech and other compositional techniques. So again, rhetoric is usually involved within propaganda. I like to do this practice, which again is listed in the Hidden Messages in Media course about counting the adjectives when you watch the news. They tell you exactly how to feel about stuff. Dangerous, fearful, terrible, right? That kind of shit. It's rhetoric. Especially with an emotional appeal. Okay, self-healing refers to the process of recovery motivated by and directed by the patient, guided often by instinct. And social control. Social control is the use of social pressure by parents, police, and other authority figures in society, churches, pastors, teachers, social workers, things like that, lawyers, judges. We just talked about that in the societal breakdown video. It's a collective convo. Check it out. Anyway, to influence the actions, beliefs, and movements of individuals. It is a process by which a group regulates itself according to the beliefs and values which most individuals have. All right, social media, websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. Obviously, we know what that is. Subjective is the partner of objective, but that was back in the O's. Something that is subjective is based on personal opinions and feelings rather than on facts. Subliminal messages refer to any message or action with a subtext or hidden agenda. The Latin word limen means threshold. That's the middle part. Something subliminal exists just below the threshold of conscious awareness. The classic example of subliminal messaging is eat popcorn flashed at a movie screen so quickly that audience doesn't even notice it consciously, right? There was one thing that I saw, let me finish these definitions. Well, no, never mind. Fuck it. Okay. Symbology, the study or use of symbols. Systemic oppression, systemic mistreatment of people within a society, social group. Oh my god, I can't read anymore. I'm like at my max capacity. Systemic oppression is the systemic mistreatment of people within a social identity group supported and enforced by society and its institutions solely based on a person's membership in a social group, i.e., xenophobia and Muslim folks, 9/11 pipeline, okay? What we're seeing in New York right now. Traditions. A tradition is a system of beliefs or behaviors passed down within a group of people or society with symbolic meaning or special significance to origins in the past. All right, so those are the definitions we're going to need to understand in order to be able to talk about colonization and therefore decolonization in this class. Next week, we will talk about what's colonization. We have 3 different slides for that within the workbook, or pages, if you will. And my notes as well, because I just finished that. So I have, I went back to the 90s for a second. Anyway, I'm a big doodler. So I hope this is exciting for you. I know that was kind of a lot. I got all of these definitions from Google, so if you want, you can just go over there. Again, if you would like a copy of the workbook, how do I get to the graph? How do I, oh, there we go. How many pages is it? It's 24 pages, but every page has a notes page for you to take notes. And this one is super fun. I chose to do like comic book kind of. And it's a brick wall background. I don't know if you can tell, but these are the note pages. So if you would like a copy of this, let me know. I'll get you a PDF and I will correct my mistakes. I think I'm going to be changing the font on the other pages to match these definitions. But this is, we're going to be starting, all right? I've already done a lot of work on this channel about decolonizing. Again, this is a class I'm offering at my community college. Oh, it's the best part of the movie. I'm watching Pitch Perfect. I'll never tell a lie. I love that guy. Cutie! Alright. So, yeah. Please, I'm gonna be offering this in the fucking spring, and I have, because people aren't signing up to, like, do this in person, so I have opted to also offer it online. So if you'd like to watch these, hey, I'm here. And also if you would like to be part of discussion based, then I will be offering it online. You don't have to be here where I am. So I don't know, I'm offering 5 classes in the spring, so I don't know when I signed up for the decolonizing one. I will let you know as January comes. So, I'm glad you're here. If you are, thank you for being here. I'm kind of a nerd. And so this is what I do in my free time. I make classes. I'm going to also be finishing the mental health and wellness course workbook. So I will be making videos about that coming up pretty soon. But yeah, I'm really glad to get this workbook done. I've been sitting on these ideas for a long time. So play this as much as you need to. I hope that even just hearing these definitions and the ones that I chose to put in this course are kind of already drawing some, neurological pathways for you, making some connections about some of the things that you are hearing, experiencing, seeing, as we are living in such a, for lack of better words, we are balls deep in some colonial practices and shifts in society, no matter where you live, okay? Have a good one. See you next week.